and the tools to succeed from day one, and make the experience fantastic.
We want you to regard us as your fintech partner. We'll be with you every step of the way
This
in your
meeting
trader
is
journey.
being recorded.
We're not just a broker, but a friend and a partner.
Our vision is to create the best trading experience for you to be successful.
So anyone
Anywhere.
can trade.
Our mission is to offer the best products and services,
Build the best technology and educate you ready for success.
ATFX, a global leader in online trading. What makes ATFX different? Well, it's our core belief that we are here to guide you through the financial markets.
We make it simple for you to trade so that you have time for the important things in life.
Our experts deliver top-tier market news and analysis.
We'll give you the tools and knowledge that you need to succeed.
ATFX is not just a global broker. We're your friend and your trusted partner.
We want you to be the hero of your story.
We strive to build a trading community, but the real difference is you're the leader and we're your supporters.
Together we strive. Together we can grow and be the best.
ATFX, a global leader in online trading.
Our world is changing every day. Things you got used to in the past have no place now. Our world is going digital and beyond. So are we. When it comes to trading, we make sure we are at the cutting edge. With AT Premier, we'll support you with real-time market analysis, personal coaching service, institutional trading signals, sentiment indicators, and much more. Discover it yourself now. Join us. Join AT Premier. Our world is changing every day. Things you got used to in the past have no place now. Our world is going digital and beyond. So are we. When it comes to trading, we make sure we are at the cutting edge. With AT Premier, we'll support you with real-time market analysis, personal coaching service, institutional trading signals, sentiment indicators, and much more. Discover it yourself now. Join us. Join AT Premier.
Service is the cornerstone of our existence, underpinning everything we do. Without your loyalty and custom, we can't grow our brand and influence. Your success directly links to ours.
Always seeking improvement and evaluating what we're doing today to grow better. Always giving traders the knowledge they need and the tools to succeed from day one. And make the experience fantastic.
We want you to regard us as your fintech partner. We'll be with you every step of the way on your trader journey.
We're not just a broker, but a friend and a partner.
Our vision is to create the best trading experience for you to be successful.
So anyone,
Anywhere.
can trade.
Our mission is to offer the best products and services,
Build the best technology and educate you ready for success.
ATFX, a global leader in online trading. What makes ATFX different? Well, it's our core belief that we are here to guide you through the financial markets.
We make it simple for you to trade so that you have time for the important things in life.
Our experts deliver top-tier market news and analysis.
We'll give you the tools and knowledge that you need to succeed.
ATFX is not just a global broker, we're your friend and your trusted partner.
We want you to be the hero of your story.
We strive to build a trading community, but the real difference is you're the leader and we're your supporters.
Together.
Good evening once again from ATFX. So we're here with another series of our webinars. Hopefully you followed our previous webinar. We were able to give you very good opportunities, and we pointed on literally some of the best movement that happened, and we explained to you what happened in the market and what were our expectations in the market. So now our subject is very simple. We're gonna talk about gold, oil, and US stocks. Is there any correlation between those stocks? What should we do? How can we understand how to trade them, what are the current opportunities, what links them together. Now, simply when we talk about gold, let's start one by one. When we talk about gold, it's gold against the dollar, right? When we talk about oil, it's oil against the dollar as well. When we talk about US stocks, definitely it's priced in dollar. So the relation between all of them is the US dollar. That's something that I think all of us can notice and understand. But to be able to work this through or understand how to trade each one of them, we need to put them all together or put them next to each other and see if there's any relation between them, maybe the same way the correlation that euro dollar and cable work together. We know that basically sterling dollar and euro dollar used to go up and down together. Same thing as dollar CAD and oil, right? The relation between dollar CAD and oil, or Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. This is what we mean by correlation. So we will either see that the market is going like two pairs are going against each other, or vice versa, or going together and moving in the same way. Now, to start with this presentation, we need to understand a couple of relations. First of all, as we said, we have the dollar, we have the Fed decisions that will affect all of them together. We have the stimuluses that we're doing, so which is basically related to the Fed, and we have as well the demand and supply that might basically affect each one of them. Now, if we open the dollar index in front of us, we've been analyzing the dollar index for quite some time now. The major trend was still down, down, or it's a downtrend on the monthly chart on all these. But in the previous couple of weeks, we've seen that the dollar index moved up from the levels of 89.5 all the way to the levels almost to 93, but we did not reach 93. It was 92.80. So till these levels, and then bounce back down from those levels. Definitely, we know as well that Jerome Powell was speaking yesterday, and that gave like a huge move for the market. The gold went up like crazy because of that. We will talk about each pair alone. Now, let's see what happened to the dollar index yesterday. If we go to the hourly chart and we put the separator per day, you're gonna notice that yesterday the dollar got a bit weaker, and then today it gained some strength again. Please note that we're gonna have to see Jerome Powell testify today again. Same time, most probably, let me double check, it's gonna be at 5:30. No, that shouldn't be right, actually. Oh yeah, actually it's about now, kind of. I should be testifying. So Jerome Powell will testify again, and we're gonna see how this will affect the market directly. We can see the dollar basically moving a bit down already. There is the move, it's kind of like priced in already. So now let's see how did that affect gold yesterday. If we take a look at gold, we will see that gold went up yesterday and then it moved back up again today. Let me try to check your questions a bit. Okay, so the recording is on YouTube as well, so you can watch it through YouTube, through Zoom and all these channels, if you'd like to see it again. So now let's continue and talk a little bit about gold. Gold has been moving up for the past couple of days. As you can see, since we hit the levels of 1750, 1752, that level was a very strong support. The market bounced back up since then. We're talking about 11 days now that gold is making new highs every couple of days. We reached the levels of 1833 today, which is kind of like as a small resistance that we had here before. Now we can see a bit of correction on gold, or kind of like a profit taking, which is kind of normal as well. We're still within the same trend line, as you can see. It's going up within the same channel as well, and this is the average for the channel. This is how the market, or the deviation of the channel or the trend, is working at the moment. Every time the gold drops to lower levels, let's say we had another support here at the levels of 1817. Every time we go to those levels, we're gonna see the market supporting it, or the buyers would support that. Now, why would they support that? Is it just because the dollar is getting weaker, or is it because of inflation? If we notice, or if you guys watched yesterday testimony, you're gonna see that maybe the word inflation, it got repeated more than 1,000 times, which is kind of annoying to your ears, but just so you can understand how the US is really suffering from inflation. We've seen the CPI, we've seen the PPI, both of them had more than 0.2% hike, and the percentage is really affecting the American people, and more than 80% of the American people, they say that they expect more inflation, and they were trying to ask Jerome Powell yesterday and try to push him to set a date, or give us a hint, when would you start acting, when would the Fed start reacting, why you didn't react yet. And Jerome Powell was always trying to get rid of those kind of questions, or try to give different type of solutions by saying that simply we will fix that by the right time, we will interfere by the right time. She's not here, so we'll fix that by the right time. And this is what he kept on repeating and repeating. So because of that, we've seen the gold go up all the way to the levels of 1834 or 1833 and more. So that hike was kind of expected. We already told you about that before, when we already broke, or we had the positive week last week. If you remember, I told you if we break the levels of if we break or we stay above the 1800, or the week before I told you if we stay above 1790, that is still bullish for the gold. So imagine, since 1791 now we're trading 1821, so the market moved up a lot. I hope you took some profits out of this, and you benefited from this move. Now, every correction is a good support for you guys, is a good opportunity to re-enter the market. Now the level of 1817, it's gonna be an interesting level. Now let's continue and see and talk a little bit about the spike that happened when the CPI happened, or when we had the news on the CPI, and why did we see this spike? The market, the gold went down and then all the way up again. What happened there? So let me explain to you what are the reasons behind this move. I remember it was this day exactly, if you can see here in front of me. So the gold, when we had the number come up, the gold went down all the way to 1798 and then jumped all the way up again to the levels of 1815, and before that and after that we went all the way to 1817 again. So the first move, it was news traders that interfered in the market. That was a bit positive for the dollar. So basically people, they just sold everything against the dollar, including gold, which was a bit weird, because the first indication for inflation is the CPI, or the most important indication at least. So what happened here is it was a first false move in this situation. Hopefully you were able to catch the lows, or at least not get stop loss because of that trade. But we protected ourselves, and we mentioned that as long as we are above these levels or above this trend line, the 1800, that means there's no, I'm sorry, the 1790, that means there is no harm for our positions, and we're still within the trend line, which was up. And eventually we've seen that the market took some time and then recovered and went all the way up, breaking the channel or the sideways channel on the 4 hours that we've been doing, which is between this level, which was between 1790 all the way to 1817. Once we broke this level, we've seen that we started now a new wave, and we're going kind of like sideways again, and the resistance might become a support as well. Now, let's move from gold and see and talk a little bit about WTI and Brent. WTI has been trading on an uptrend for quite some time now. Let's remove all of these and look how WTI has been moving up since 2020. So since that time, the trend is up. I don't want to be talking about the previous time a lot. Let's talk a little bit about the actual couple of weeks that are passing now. You will see that the market simply broke a small trend line, and now we are within the current support. Okay, so that's simply how WTI is trading, despite that Goldman Sachs said that the WTI or oil will continue to the levels of 80, which is around here. Let's put the target that they set, that's 80. So they put a target around 80. Despite that, we've seen that the slowdown that we have, or from the level of 76 and a quarter, that slowdown and the momentum that we've seen, it's caused by OPEC Plus meeting. It's caused by the because they did not reach any solution yet, and they did not agree if they would like to increase the productivity, or how much would they increase the productivity. Would they give UAE some more privileges? And if they give the UAE some more privileges, would another country ask for other privileges, some maybe like Iraq or something, or some other countries as well? So all of these are still like under question marks. We've seen there was news yesterday where they asked there was some rumors, at least, that they said they almost reached a deal, and then we've seen other tweets saying that was just a rumor and they did not reach a deal yet. So now let's talk about the current week and go to the daily chart and see how the market is reacting on the daily chart. So we've been going on an uptrend in a channel, and it was like the perfect channel. Once we broke that trend line here, we've seen that the support line that you can see here, it became a resistance. Now, what does it mean, a support that becomes a resistance? That every time we go to that level, we hit that level and then bounce back from those levels. So now the resistance is around 75, somewhere around 75. That's the current resistance, and the support level is the lows that we've done before, which is 70.20, or it can go a little bit lower to the levels of 69.85 or 86. This is the support that we have at the moment. Now, if we break that support, then there's a higher possibility that the market can correct to a lower level. Let's put Fibonacci in this case and see the last wave until where can we do the correction. So if you notice, the 61.8 Fibo is almost to correlating with the trend line around the levels of 67. So that's the correction. This is where the buyers would be interested again. It does not mean that the buyers are not interested from here, but for the people that are building up their positions or building down their positions in this case, then they're seeing, or they're still looking at oil as a bullish commodity, and they're still expecting that the dollar is going to get stronger and stronger. Then in this case, they will see that all of this is going to be a good opportunity for them to re-enter the market and benefit from these opportunities. Now let's move to a lower time frame and see if we can notice something else. you will notice that every time we have a huge drop, there is a correction that comes after it, just to see that the buyers are still interested in oil around these levels, around the levels of 70 till 71. They're still interested. The big tail that you can see here, those tails or spikes as we call them, those small spikes, they will show us that every time the market hits a certain level, there's a very good amount of buying orders at these levels. There's a lot of demand at these levels, so it pushes the market up and moves it a bit higher to 71.80 in this case. Now, let's move to talk a little bit about Brent, which is kind of like the same, and if we really want to compare it. I'm not sure why we have a lot of lines here, but let's see. Okay, so as you can see from the chart, this is a good support on the daily chart, which is around 71.50. The next support is around 73.30. Those two support are basically major supports. Why? Because if we break those two, then we're gonna see the market collapsing to the levels of 69.30. But that does not mean that the market's going to do that as long as we're still trading above 71.50. The major trend is still up until now, and this trend line, as you can see here in front of you, the major trend line that you can see here, which is like this, okay, we just bounced back from that trend line on the daily chart. So if you go on the 4 hours, you're going to see that the market bounced back perfectly from that trend line. So all the traders that put buying orders from this trend line already, they made around 85 cents. It's a simple trade, and one of the unique opportunities that you shouldn't miss, to be honest. It's a very obvious opportunity, and please be careful. Like all those opportunities that we're talking about, these are our own, this is the way that we analyze the market. This is my own idea or our own ideas, and this is how we would do it as individuals. Now, if you'd like to read more or understand more about the way we look or the way we read technical analysis, or how to build your trading strategy, you can always go to AT Premier and look to the Ultimate Research Portal. Now, the major trend is still up until now, and the target is around 76.25. After that, we can go all the way to 77.5, and definitely if we break 77.5, and I think we might, if they reach a certain deal, then in this case Brent can move higher to at least around 82 or 83 even after that. So that's regarding Brent or UK oil. Now let's talk a little bit about stocks, US stocks, or individually. Let's talk not just about US stock. One sec. Okay, let's not just talk about US stocks, let's talk a little bit about the indices as well, because the indices will summarize, let's say, most of the will summarize most of the stocks. I'm just taking a look on the questions so we can stay up to date with what you guys want. It's assumed that the current oil contracts will be delivered in the winter, I think, which will support the price to rise. And the tech vision, I agree with you. Well, Jabal, I think the idea here, I totally understand that oil basically would be much more supported in winter because the demand is going to increase as well. But keep in the back of your mind that here we come out from a pandemic, so and people that have been stuck at their houses for quite some time, they're like super anxious and they would like to go somewhere. And in the US, it's the summer season, and as we've seen last month or the month before that, the numbers of the car prices and everything went up like crazy. Why? Because there's a huge demand, and they're expecting that the citizens, they will start circling around, they will start traveling from from a state to another, and they will do, at least instead of traveling abroad, they might do like internal tourism, the same thing that most of the other countries are benefiting from at the moment. So that means more gasoline, the demand on that will increase as well. And we've seen at the same time that the demand from manufacturers started to pick up as well. The growth all over the world started to pick up a little bit. Now, the only thing that is affecting it in a negative way is simply the number of employment that, or the number of employment basically that they are creating. That's one of the biggest problem that that they are facing at the moment. So simply you need to take that into consideration, and plus what's going to happen to OPEC Plus. Are they going to agree, or we're going to go again to a market share fight or price fight between the countries? Is this going to end well, or they will just let's say bleed the market at the current moment? I think, in our opinion as traders, to be honest, all of these are opportunities for me. So as long as the market is creating volatility, I'm making money. As long as it's uptrend, I don't want to fight it. I don't want to go against the trend. Just buy and go with the flow, right? So buy from the low and sell at the high, or sell at least at the high of the channel, or don't be that greedy, a little bit lower, but at least take your profits and try to benefit the most from the market. Now, we mentioned, or we talked a little bit about the pandemic. Now, what are the things that are affecting now the US market, or let's say US index, gold, WTI, Brent, or the indices? The most important thing at the moment is simply, as I mentioned before, the Fed reaction, the unemployment, because the Fed reaction, they would say we would react much faster if we create more jobs in the future. As if they create more jobs, that would make their life easier. That means that the economy is started to recover a bit better, and this would basically give them the right to use their tools to control inflation. I think inflation is not going to stop here at the moment, even though the dollar is going to get stronger. Even though the dollar is going to get stronger if we break the levels that I told you about here, like those levels, the 93 levels, then we're going to go again to the 93 and a half, and after that we go all the way to 94 and 0.3. But that's not the point. The idea here that I'm telling you about, that if the dollar is going to get stronger, keep in mind, for the gold traders, or the people that would like to have a percentage on their portfolio in gold, keep in mind that inflation is a good driver for gold, but we don't want dollar to get stronger at the same time, because if the dollar is strong and there is inflation, the momentum in the gold chart is not going to move up as fast as we want. So we might see some side trading, or let's say trading on a side channel in this case. So because of that, I want you just to have the proper risk management tools to be able to control your account, or to at least protect your account, because we don't want you to lose anything here in ATFX. We want you to make money. As long as you're making money, that means we're happy. You're making more volumes with us. Remember, we're a broker, and we STP all clients. So and if you compare us to any other broker, honestly, you're gonna see that our spreads, our executions, how fast is the execution here, you're gonna notice the difference, and you're gonna feel much more comfortable trading here with us. So let's move to and talk a little bit about S&P 500 and see what's been happening here. So in the S&P, you will notice that the market is basically trading on an uptrend. As we said before, we have the trend line, and this is another support basically. I don't like this one. So this is this is the current channel that we are trading with. Okay, that's an uptrend, as you can see, that moved into like a inverted triangle, if you want to say it like this. And the market has been it's been trading on a lower volatility lately, and that is affecting basically the buyers the most. Why? Because we can see that the momentum that we had before, we cannot find it anymore. We've seen some volatility last week, but it didn't continue. At the moment, we have lower lows for the past 3 days, and that does not mean it's a fully negative indication. But till now, if we go lower than 4,350, that would definitely take us to a bit lower stages, which is around 4,327 or 30. So this is like a small correction or profit taking on the uptrend. Please, in my opinion, try not to fight the market, even though it might be tempting. Or if you would like to at least take some profits, sell a bit when the market is going down. I don't really recommend that when the market is on an uptrend, unless you really have some experience in that. If you're a newbie or someone that's just started trading, try to fight or trade with the proper flow. Okay, so let me continue a bit with the questions. The previous US administration made the stock market a safe haven against the dollar, and this conflict is escalating. Well, it's not just that the stock market is a safe haven at the moment. If you think about it, if you have $1 million, let's not just talk big numbers, just $1 million. If you have $1 million in the bank, what would you do with that? Would you keep it cash? Would you go and buy gold? Would you put it in stocks? What would you do? Would you buy land? So, in our opinion, what you need to do is simply diversify, but diversify in a very smart way. We have a lot of growth companies, a lot of value companies. We have a lot of companies that give you some good dividends, and it's been going up since ever. So it's not just because of the pandemic, it's been going up since many years, and there's no reason for you not to buy that. Now, plus, let's put that aside, that there are some really good companies to invest in. But from the other hand, the US government just gave you some cash and told you, listen, it doesn't matter if you need it or not, take some cash. If you're someone in need for that cash, you're gonna go buy food with that, you're gonna go pay the rent with that, you're gonna go support your family or whatever. If you're someone that you do not need that money, what are you gonna do with that? You're gonna either go and invest in the stock market, or go buy some gold, or go buy some cryptos, which is causing kind of like the inflated prices that we're seeing. I'm not saying that the prices are inflated to a certain stage where it's gonna blow, but we cannot just say that these prices are not inflated. They are definitely inflated, and obviously, if you look at the weekly chart, look at this. The market has been going up since ever, right? So definitely, this is inflated prices. The market is trending up. And why would you like to fight such a market? If the market corrects all the way to the levels of 4,300, 4,280, this is a very good support and very good buying opportunities. I think 4,300 is a very good buying opportunity here because of the uptrend. If we break the trend here, then we might see some corrections all the way to the levels of 4,140. But this is just a big if at the moment. Keep an eye on the market and try to benefit from these. Now, Nasdaq, I've already talked about Nasdaq last week, and hopefully you listened to the videos, and you've seen that we've made some good movement in the past couple of days. If you can see that the market bounced up from the 14,800 all the way to the 15,000, and now we've seen some taking profit from those levels. And people took some profit. Now it's again around the 14,800. If we close below the 800, then we might see a bit lower prices, like to the levels of 700, 710 or something like that. If we close below 700, then this is gonna be a bit negative for the Nasdaq, but not too negative. It does not mean that we broke eventually the major trend. Why? Because on the weekly chart, take a look on what's happening on the weekly chart. That's the first week where the market, after we're talking about 7 consecutive bullish weeks. So 7 consecutive bullish weeks. This is the first week where we can see, or we're looking at Nasdaq trying to close on a negative. Remember, this is Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, the market's gonna close. If it closes on here negative, we might start seeing some kind of like it's an indication basically that the market reached a high. After that, we're going to see something that we call the confirmation candle. If the confirmation candle is negative, that means there's a red flag and we might see some real correction from here. If not, that means we might see the market pushing back up again and again. So then we'll be waiting for the Fed to see what they will react or how they would react. In my opinion, at the moment, as long as we're trading on an uptrend like that, keep the momentum, don't fight the market, no matter what, do not fight the market. There is always space to recover if the market went against you, but why should you fight the market? We've seen here the market going down all the way to the channel and then bouncing back up. We've seen that again here and bouncing back up. Here the market went down all the way to lower than the 2 previous weeks, and then it went back up again. So try not to fight the market as long as the trend is still up. Now Dow Jones, my favorite. Dow Jones has been trading on a side channel for quite some time. We talked about this before. As long as we are above 33,000, it's positive. If we break the levels of 35,100, that's gonna be positive again, and we're gonna see new highs after that. And the major trend definitely is still on an uptrend. As you can see, it's bullish. Even if we zoom in a bit and take a look on what's happening here, take a look here, it's still on an uptrend as well. So it's unstoppable, really tempting to buy every time the market goes down. If it breaks, that's much better. I can buy it on a much cheaper price. So there's good opportunities here as well. So okay, so regarding the people that, or the person that is asking for the analysis or okay, or the videos, as I told you, I think we're streaming live on YouTube, so you can watch it live whenever you want. Now, if we want to talk historically about what's been happening before, about the pandemic, about the previous market crisis, we notice, or we can see that easily there is no 100% correlation between oil, gold, and US stocks. The only relation is basically the dollar and how the Fed and the demand will appear. Because remember something, we have something called at the moment that all the Reddit group would understand, which is basically the flow of money. So the flow of money, when we say flow of money, what does that mean? That means that there is a group of traders, or let's say we have like smart customers or smart traders nowadays. They are always looking for the good opportunity. If there's opportunity in silver, they would go to silver, buy silver, and ride the wave all the way up, take some profits, and benefit from it. If there's something in the Dow Jones, they would go ride the wave in Dow Jones, take the profit and benefit from it. So we can see that the money is flowing from a place to another. That's why sometimes we can see that the market goes on a sideway on a certain pair, and even the momentum or the volatility is not that high. Keep in mind that now we have some holidays, so the liquidity is going to be a bit thin, and there's some good movement on the market that might happen. And don't get fooled by spikes, and don't get stopped. Don't let the stop loss hit your trades because of some spikes. Now let me show you something on our AT Premier. Give me a sec. All right, so AT Premier, I told you AT Premier is the ultimate research portal. If you'd like to register to that, we can upgrade your registration as long as you attended the webinar. That's something that we can do for you in the next 48 hours. You just need to register, send us your email, and we will upgrade it to Diamond or even Royal if you'd like. We have real-time market analysis. We have live stream every morning. We will talk in Arabic and in English. You can do one-to-one coaching with us. We have institutional trading signals where you can see what are the trades of the biggest banks in the world, what are the current trades, and what are the stop loss and the take profit, what did they do in their dealing desk. And that's something that you can benefit from. I think there is a good ratio of profit that they made last year. We have a single stock financial analysis and the sentiment indicator. In the self-educational hub, that's something I think most of the traders would benefit from. Even though you're not a new trader, you can benefit from that. Why? Because there are a lot of trading strategies. We try to mix a lot of strategies over there, a lot of indicators where you will benefit from, and it will kind of like highlight or indicate a new way to make money from the market. Plus, we have definitely the 24/7 dedicated tech support or the customer support services that we have. Now, regarding our offer, we have an offer for all our attendees. At the moment, if you can see, we have the euro dollar, the dollar yen, all these spreads that you can see in front of you. These are not our real live spreads. These are the spreads of the retail tiny accounts, but we can give you some very good spreads on that. We can give you the VIP spreads as an offer for the current for any funded accounts in the next 48 hours. So we will give you the VIP spreads. If you'd like to participate or open an account with ATFX, all you need to do is just contact us or send us an email to the customer support team or even to the relationship manager. I'm quite sure like your relationship manager already contacted you and tried to reach you. All you need to do, tell them, I would like to benefit from the promotion that Dominic mentioned on the webinar, and then we would be more than happy to serve you and to help you benefit from that. So if you have other questions, I would be more than happy to answer you as well. If not, I think I answered most of the questions, to be honest. So regarding that part, I think I'll be seeing you next week in a new topic. If you have any suggestions or you would like us to cover some kind of topics that you are interested in, we'd be more than happy to prepare that for you. Or you can visit us here at the office in Dubai, and we'll discuss that in more details. Thank you very much for attending, and hope you all have a good night.
Be the best. ATFX, a global leader in online trading.
Our world is changing every day. Things you got used to in the past have no place now. Our world is going digital and beyond. So are we. When it comes to trading, we make sure we are at the cutting edge. With AT Premier, we'll support you with real-time market analysis, personal coaching service, institutional trading signals, sentiment indicators, and much more. Discover it yourself now. Join us. Join AT Premier. Our world is changing every day. Things you got used to in the past have no place now. Our world is going digital and beyond. So are we. When it comes to trading, we make sure we are at the cutting edge. With AT Premier, we'll support you with real-time market analysis, personal coaching service, institutional trading signals, sentiment indicators, and much more. Discover it yourself now. Join us. Join AT Premier.
Service is the cornerstone of our existence, underpinning everything we do. Without your loyalty and custom, we can't grow our brand and influence. Your success directly links to ours.
Always seeking improvement and evaluating what we're doing today to grow better. Always giving traders the knowledge they need and the tools to succeed from day one. And make the experience fantastic.
We want you to regard us as your fintech partner. We'll be with you every step of the way on your trader journey.
We're not just a broker, but a friend and a partner.
Our vision is to create the best trading experience for you to be successful.
So anyone,
Anywhere.
can trade.
Our mission is to offer the best products and services,
Build the best technology and educate you ready for success.
ATFX, a global leader in online trading. What makes ATFX different? Well, it's our core belief that we are here to guide you through the financial markets.
We make it simple for you to trade so that you have time for the important things in life.
Our experts deliver top-tier market news and analysis.
We'll give you the tools and knowledge that you need to succeed.
ATFX is not just a global broker. We're your friend and your trusted partner.
We want you to be the hero of your story.
We strive to build a trading community, but the real difference is you're the leader and we're your supporters.
Together we strive. Together we can grow and be the best.
ATFX.